The life and times of Nostradamus. What if someone living 500 years ago could see into our future? A French physician turned prophet claimed he could do exactly that, and his cryptic verses have captivated, terrified, and puzzled humanity ever since. This is the story of Nostradamus, Renaissance doctor, astrologer, and history's most controversial seer. Did he really predict the future, or are we simply reading what we want to see in his ambiguous words? Today, we're examining the extraordinary life and enigmatic predictions of Michel de Nostredame. Born on December 14, 1503, in Saint-Rémy-de-Provence, France, Michel de Nostredame entered a world on the cusp of transformation. The Renaissance was flourishing, ancient knowledge was being rediscovered, and the boundaries between science, medicine, and mysticism were far more blurred than today. Nostradamus came from a family of converted Jews. His grandfather, Jean de Saint-Rémy, was a renowned physician and taught young Michel the fundamentals of mathematics, astrology, and the ancient languages of Latin, Greek, and Hebrew. This early education would prove foundational to everything that followed. At 15, Nostradamus enrolled at the University of Avignon to study for his baccalaureate. But his time there was cut short when the university closed due to an outbreak of the bubonic plague, the same horrific disease that would define much of his medical career. He then traveled throughout France for several years, working as an apothecary and researching herbal remedies. In 1529, he enrolled at the University of Montpellier to pursue his doctorate in medicine. However, his unconventional methods and his previous work as an apothecary, considered beneath the dignity of a physician, caused friction with university authorities. Despite these challenges, Nostradamus completed his degree and began practicing medicine. And it was during the devastating plague outbreaks of the 1530s and 1540s that he made his reputation. While other physicians fled from infected areas or relied on ineffective treatments like bloodletting, Nostradamus employed remarkably progressive methods. He advocated for cleanliness, fresh air, clean water, and removal of infected corpses. He created a rose pill, a lozenge made from rose hips rich in vitamin C that seemed to provide some protection against the disease. His success rate was extraordinary for the time, and his reputation spread throughout southern France. Towns and cities requested his presence. He saved lives when others could not. In 1547, Nostradamus remarried and settled in Salon de Provence, where he would spend the rest of his life. It was here that his focus shifted from medicine to the mystical arts, astrology, alchemy, and divination. Nostradamus began writing almanacs, annual publications containing weather predictions, agricultural advice, and astrological forecasts. These were wildly popular and sold well throughout France and abroad. Encouraged by this success, he embarked on a far more ambitious project. In 1555, Nostradamus published the first edition of Les Prophéties, the prophecies. This collection contained 353 quatrains, 4-line verses written in a cryptic mix of French, Latin, Greek, and Italian. Regardless of their accuracy, Nostradamus's prophecies have had an undeniable cultural impact. His work has never been out of print since the 16th century. During times of crisis, wars, plagues, natural disasters, interest in Nostradamus surges. Nostradamus died on July 2, 1566, in Salon de Provence, reportedly from gout that had turned into edema. Legend says he told his secretary the night before, "Tomorrow at sunrise, I shall no longer be here. He was buried standing upright in the wall of the Church of the Cordeliers. His grave was moved during the French Revolution, and stories circulated that those who disturbed his remains would be cursed. Nearly 500 years later, Nostradamus is more famous than ever. Over 200 editions of his prophecies have been published, along with more than 2,000 commentaries.